So as an experiment, and everybody here, as far as building the mastery process. So whenever we hop on these lives, we like to show you guys kind of like a day in the life of actually doing this business and what it involves. So there's 3,300 counties in the US, and every county is going to be a little bit different. And that's why this investment and this opportunity is somewhat underground to the average person, is because every county is going to be a little bit different with its own rules. And our job in bringing tax lien and deed information accessible to everybody is we want to help you understand how this works and how to do it. So that's why when we're on here and we're showing these websites, this is a day in the life as far as developing your skill set to going out and doing the business. So let's recap for everybody here the exact steps for you guys to find some over-the-counter properties that are going to be available and to have your advantage. Now, as we think about the big picture of this, everybody needs to be organized. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to have your own auction calendar as far as when auctions are coming up. And the nice thing about having your own auction calendar is like these are your fishing spots. And so, for example, like we are going to auctions. Josh has a couple up his sleeves right now where there's like $5 over-the-counter properties that we're in the process of working on. And we're going to make a video on it after. But we expose properties that are available now. But at the same time, we have our fishing holes out of these 3,700 counties that we're in there fishing them currently right now. And on the channel, we know that if we share it, we can inundate a county website and everybody will go scoop it up. So this is why, some people will be like, oh, you guys are sharing too much information and there's going to be none left. There is plenty left for us and our community because there is 3,300 of these counties. So let's say you live in a deed state right now. Okay, so let's come back here to the deed states. And we can see here on the screen for anybody joining that we're going to look at the Tax Lien School Vault. So you can just come over to Tax Lien School, click on this Vault button, and this is the most comprehensive resource to our tax lien and deed community. So anywhere in red is going to have tax deeds, which means most of these places are going to have over-the-counter tax deeds. So the very first thing you need to do is kind of decide where you're going to narrow down. If you scroll down here to this auction calendar, we have tons of auctions coming up. So this is September. If you take a screenshot here, these are all auctions that are happening. So there's Philadelphia, Pennsylvania here, lots of Florida auctions. We have Arkansas auctions coming up. And if you're on the auction map, you can literally just click on it. And we have detailed information on these auctions, which is absolutely awesome to be learning how to do it. So what you need to do is take a screenshot right now. You can pause it or however you need. Take a screenshot of this map. So anything in red is going to be a tax deed auction. And then from here, the next simple steps is, let's say we're going to focus on Oregon, right? Remember the Oregon Trail? Many of us lost our wagons in the river and plenty of heartbreak back in the day. So the next step, let's say we're in Oregon or insert your county, get the deed directory here. It's a free download below. And what I do, and it hasn't changed since the beginning, is we're going to go and we're simply going to go through and start, or let's call it Minnesota. I did Minnesota back in the day. The simple thing I'm going to do, I'm going to copy and paste this into a spreadsheet or wherever. And from there, I want to get the phone number and the website, and I want to call them up, and I want to build my own auction calendar. And I want to get the date of the auction, and I want to ask to be put on the auction mailing list. And they will send you upcoming properties every single month as far as what's coming up. So you'll call them and then you'll ask them a couple questions. You'll say, hey, when is the auction? Okay, great. Last year, or you'll say, how many properties are coming up for auction? And they'll say, oh, we have, 50, 100, 200. And you'll say, great. From there, are there any properties left over from the auction last year or the auction that just happened? And they're going to say either yes or no. And if the answer is yes, then you're going to say, cool, how do I get that list of these properties? And that is what's known as an over-the-counter tax deed. At that point, you're in business. You get that list. That's where you start doing the research. You start going to, first step is always go to, what do you call it? Google Streets or Google Street View, see what's going on. The next step is a land glide to look at the property area. And if things are looking good, you can do it virtually. And the following step after that, you're going to send somebody to go look at that property to see if it's any good. You'll get current pictures of the property. And then at that point, you'll ask the county what form of payment they take, and you buy it. And then you can immediately list it, start marketing it.